Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada. Now, back to Sounds of Struggle with your hosts, Chris Perish and Meniac.
Episode 104.
Happy 2-year anniversary, you sly dog, you.
Yeah, I'm a dog.
Woof, bitch.
Woof me right. I'm Chris Perish.
I am the 2-year-old version of this podcast. Sounds of Meniac struggles.
Sums.
Sums of the time, I get it right.
Sums of the time, you don't.
Most of the time, I don't.
No. So,
how was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad.
How are your ribs?
They're bruised.
How'd you do it?
Legally I can't say.
I like it. I like it a lot. Speaking of the weekend.
All I know, Nasty Nate Nixon didn't do it because he is not a tough guy at all.
Yeah.
After I beat him, became the number 1 contender. MPW
Let's just say,
title.
if you didn't beat him, we wouldn't be doing this right now because I would have been very, very disappointed.
Come on, I'm like cardio. He can't even touch me.
Fair enough. You're like big biceps. He doesn't have it.
I'm like a bicep. He doesn't have it.
Fair enough.
Not even a big one.
Fair enough.
I'm like a toner.
He's just got a giant tricep. There really is no bicep at all. The whole thing is a tricep.
Well, I think he puts the tricep, but I don't think
he tries. He tries to conceptualize a bicep and tricep, and fails.
Yeah, he fails on a lot of things, like wrestling
and life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know who doesn't fail at life?
William Nylander?
Yeah.
Dude, is that where you're actually going?
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's like we know each other.
Yeah.
Yes, William Nylander. He signs a 6-year, $45 million deal because he wanted $7 million, and Kyle Dubas is like, no, we can't go 7. We'll go 6.9 though.
Yeah, but he was making like over $10 million this year.
That seems stupid.
Well, if they front-loaded it, because this year they can afford it, whereas in the next years, that's when the market...
Actually, it would be really funny if...
It's actually not too bad, because really that difference is pretty much going to make 7 for the rest of the, like...
It'd be really funny if it's like $45 million and they gave like 15 this year, and then the rest of the years they gave him like a lot less so they could actually afford Martyrs and Matthews.
Well, that's what the front load is, though. They gave him more in year 1, so he gets like the full thing this year, even though he's playing like 3/4 of the season.
If that.
Yeah. And it's only because it makes him happy. So he gets all the money he wants over time, but he just gets a lot now because Leafs can afford it now. It's really not.
I really hope he actually
it's actually a smart contract.
I really hope out of the $45
million
he gets $25 this year, and then he gets $20 million spread over 4 years.
Well, his cap is going to be 6.9 every year. So. But the best part is the Leafs are now officially going to be in cap trouble.
Take that, you fuckers!
Yeah. Asshats.
Yes.
Who are you going to trade? After you traded Josh Levo to Vancouver.
Who cares?
I know.
Never even heard of the guy. Speaking of assets, Gary Bettman has stated the cap will rise by $3.5 million to $83 million next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's good news for the Blackhawks, the Leafs,
The Oilers.
the Oilers, and a few others.
Probably every team that's a cap team.
So basically not Seattle. Which, by the way, Seattle will be a team.
Yeah.
Hooray!
They won't have cap issues till at least 2021.
They won't have cap issues till they face Washington. Haha. Anyways, yeah, 2021-2022 season. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They got approved today
officially,
by the NHL to be the 32nd team in the NHL.
and as we predicted, Arizona moving to the Central Division.
Yeah. It's
Now-
kind of like we know what we're doing here,
Oh, fake it till you make it, man.
right?
Now, apparently there are 5 names in the running to be the, I guess, actual team name.
Well, the Jerry Bruckheimer flat out said on the thing today they have not even had a single discussion about name.
Wait, Jerry Bruckheimer is one of the owners?
Yeah.
Pirates. Done. They have to be the Pirates.
He literally said that he's going to
Or I guess one of the names is apparently is the Kraken. It has to. He made a movie that has a Kraken in it. It has to be the Kraken.
He literally said he's going to allow fans to voice all their opinions. He wants to have this process be fun for everyone.
Okay, Supersonics.
Thunderbirds?
No,
Mariners?
that's already a team.
I heard one of the rumor names is the Metropolitans.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew.
So,
So I have 5 names here that apparently are the front runners, according to, I think it's like Hockey Night in Canada. And it's
How do they know?
I don't fucking know. The Totems, which I think is a terrible name. The Sockeyes, which is better than Totems, but it's still not great. The Emeralds, which a lot of people seem to like, but I don't.
I do. Because Seattle is the Emerald City.
I get that, but I just, no.
At least have emerald green be a color.
Oh, for sure, yeah, that's fine.
I feel they're going to have like Hartford Whaler colors.
I'd be okay with that. Green and silver? That'd be right.
I hope it's like their version, like a new version of green, kind of like what Dallas did.
Mm-hmm, yes. The Rainiers, which I guess they could be the Rainier Wolf Castles. That'd be sweet. And
These are not loafers.
Laughing time over. And the Seattle Kraken, which of all these names is my favorite. But even then, it's
It's no schooners, though.
no, it's no Schooners. Come against the Schooners versus the Kraken. Who's gonna win? My money's on this Kraken, but you never know.
Well, it's CFL. They never win.
Good point. Good point.
But this actually is going to open up a lot of doors in the NHL because now we're finally going to get a rivalry with Vancouver.
Yeah, for fucking last.
No, Seattle will be way better than Vancouver.
Already people are predicting they're going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year. I don't think so. I don't think... we're going to have to wait and see who they pick first, but I have a feeling they're going to be just out of a playoff spot. As of right now, knowing nobody on the team, I'm going to say they're going to just miss the playoffs.
Well, I'm going to say, because they have no one on the team right now, there's nobody that's going to surprise me.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But everyone that I know on that team ain't going to do anything.
Fair enough.
But Kevin Lowe has already said, I really hope they don't pull a Vegas and make the finals their first year.
Can't say I blame them.
No. Because that means the Oilers can't
Is that what that means?
Pretty much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Patrick Laine scored his 100th goal of his career. Good for him. He's on a bit of a scoring rampage this year.
He only leads the league in goals.
Closely followed by Jeff Skinner.
Steamed Hams. Who didn't score in tonight's loss against Toronto.
Eichel scored twice.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Chuck Fletcher apparently is reported to be replacing Hextall's Flyers GM.
Yes.
So they got that going for them, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Duncan Keith, the second time this year, was ejected from a game. I don't know what's going on with my team.
Is there a rule where if you have so many ejections in a year, you get an automatic suspension?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
Should be.
Yeah. 2 ejections, I feel, is too many. It's 3 too many.
Well,
you don't need to be a dick.
I feel 3 should get you a fine.
2 should get you a fine. 3 should get you suspended.
Well, I guess it depends on the severity. Plus, also the timing of the game.
It was for him. He had played 2.5 minutes. That was it. So I'm pretty sure it was like the first period.
What did he do?
I don't know. I just read about it after the fact. It was one of their many, many losses. And, I don't know.
Doesn't narrow it down.
I know. That's why I don't know. If you're looking it up, well, going on. Calvin Pickard and Scott Darling have both been placed on waivers. I wonder who, if anyone's going to pick them up.
Oh, I think Scott Darling already cleared waivers.
I think they honestly both did. If they haven't been picked up, they both did. I didn't see if either one got picked up.
Because I think Darling was put on waivers the same day the Oilers claimed Zykov.
Who the hell is Zykov?
It's a guy from Carolina that they claimed, and then the only reason why he hasn't played yet is because he doesn't have any working visas for Canada.
So how would he play here on a different team?
Because it's
on vacation?
It's a permanent thing when he plays on a Canadian team.
Fair enough. A couple injuries. Philip Forsberg has been placed on injured reserve and will miss about 4 to 6 weeks with upper body injury. And Ilya Kovalchuk, the big return, is sidelined for the next 4 weeks to undergo ankle surgery. Ankle procedure, as it says. So there's that. Yeah. Also, Michael Grabner, did you see his face?
No, I'm not really into things like that.
He got high-sticked in the eyeball, and his eyeball was swollen to fuck.
No, but it stayed in.
It stayed in, barely.
Yeah, he's no Vader then.
No. It's swollen as fuck. So
Pussy.
he's out indefinitely, apparently. Another suspension I forgot to mention. Tyler Bertuzzi, following in his father's footsteps, decided to get suspended for 2 games for an unsportsmanlike conduct where Matt Calvert was against the bench and Bertuzzi grabbed him and gave him a few stiff uppercuts. Like father, like son. It was pretty impressive.
It's a little bit of alright.
I don't know if it's a little bit of alright, but someone avoiding suspension is Tom Wilson. He's not going to face supplemental disciplinary for his hit on New Jersey Devil Brett Seney. Although he was assessed a match penalty and was ejected from the game for his check on, I think it was Friday, this past Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think personally, it didn't deserve more than a game, if that. And you can't really give a guy a suspension for 14, 15 games and then give him a suspension for 1 game. So not giving him a suspension for any amount of games is probably the right call.
Well, I just don't think that was a suspension-worthy play. I don't think there was any, viciousness or, I want to hurt this guy. I honestly do think it was unintentional.
Yeah, I don't know. See, my thing is with him, you never really know because he is a kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, but so is, half the... There's a lot of guys like that in the league, but,
Yeah.
They just don't give them the calls then when it goes against them.
Yeah.
Because you see that with Brad Marchand.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
He deserves some suspensions every once in a while.
But I also think the same thing can go to a Ryan Getzlaf. He can get suspended.
Take that back.
And he can get a lot more slashing calls than he's been given, but he just...
Slashing calls, yes, absolutely. I think Corey Perry deserves more, to be honest.
Well, there's that even the Chuck on Calgary. Like, at some point, they're going to have to...
On Calgary, the Chuck on Ottawa?
Well, the one
They're
on
dirty
Ottawa's
little
not
shits.
as bad as Calgary, I think.
Not yet. We don't know him as well yet.
But
They're a couple.
I mean, at some
fucks.
point, I think they got to give an instigating penalty for a guy who, wants to get a guy to fight him. The guy drops the gloves and then he turtles. Like, to me, that's an instigator.
Oh, for sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't get called.
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
Yeah. Let's switch to something a little more fun.
Okay.
Ovechkin scored a 626 career goal, moved him past Sakic and Iginla for sole possession of 15th on NHL's all-time scoring list.
Oh, now I see the eye.
Pretty sick, eh?
Yeah.
Ovechkin is now 14 goals behind Dave Andreychuk for 14th and 30 goals behind Brendan Shanahan for 13th. There is a chance if he gets on another run, he could definitely catch both of them this season.
Well, how many does he have this year? Like 16? 17?
Yeah, something like that. And he's generally good for a good 30 at least. So I think he will pass Andreychuk this year.
I think he'll probably get at least 40 this year.
I think he'll pass Andreychuk this year, and I have a feeling he could get really close, if not past Shanahan this year as well.
Yeah, I'll give him 40. What would 23 goals?
23, he'll be still behind Shanahan by about 7.
Yeah.
So I think he could, if he gets a 50 goal a season, he'll catch Shanahan, which he's done 8 times now, something ridiculous like that.
He'll do it next year for sure.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think for goals he'll get into the top 5 in his career, all depending on if he can stay healthy, how many injuries he ends up having, how long he plays for, how long he works, because all sports are work.
It's true.
Do you have anything else for hockey? How's your team doing? They're doing better than my team.
No, they're doing better than your team, but they're
My
not
team's
doing that
fucking
good.
balls.
I mean, they played a game without McDavid and really showed how bad they are.
Oh yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah. I didn't watch it.
I don't know. I just read the stats. And it was brutal.
Oh yeah, I chose not to watch it because McDavid wasn't playing.
Fair enough. Let's look at the standings right now. Wild card. Let's see. Atlantic, Tampa, Toronto, Buffalo, Metropolitan, Washington, Columbus, New York, Islanders. Holy shit, they're doing really well, eh?
Yeah.
Wild cards for the East, Boston, Montreal. Interesting. It looks like looks kind of like old school, like mid-2000s almost. Well, minus Detroit being out of the playoffs. And let's see, West, we got Nashville, Colorado, Winnipeg, Calgary, Anaheim, San Jose, Dallas, Minnesota, and the wild card. You're only 2 points out. You're only 1 game back, really, from being in the wild card, so you're still in it. We are 7. 7 points back.
Well, I don't think the West is... Nobody's really opened it up yet, so...
No, Nashville, kind of. LA's last in that. New Jersey Devils. They are... No, I lied. St. Louis and LA are last in the league. Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, LA's pretty bad. They also don't have Kovalchuk for the next 4 weeks with an ankle injury.
There's an echo in here. Yeah. Ball sports. Ball sports! So, I have 2 professional teams I cheer for now that have fired their head coaches here. Pretty much sums up how my fucking teams are doing.
Yeah.
As the Packers fired head coach Mike McCarthy, and they just today have fired associate coach Winston Moss. So, they're going through a full-on fucking rebuild, I guess. At least in the coaching area. Let's see what else. Belichick got his 250th win. So, good for him. Not really surprising.
Tom Brady rushed for 1,000 yards in his career.
Really? Good for him.
He actually posted quite a funny video about it. Because he posted a video of him saying the only reason why he's played in the league for 19 years is to finally get that 1,000-yard rushing stat. He's like, now I'm going to get in my car and ride into the sunset. So he gets in his car, turns it on, he's like, I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to work.
Huh. That's pretty good. What else do we have?
But you know who can't go to work right now? Kareem Hunt. Because he got fired by the Chiefs. Well, released, but pretty much fired. Nobody's picking him up because he's in some trouble.
What kind of trouble are we talking about?
After getting caught shoving and kicking a girl at a hotel.
Did he pay her to do that?
I don't know.
Because if he paid her, then it's legal. It's not right, but it's legal.
I don't think he paid her.
Oh, well then, yeah, it's wrong. It's very
So,
wrong.
he looks like he is following in the footsteps of one Ray Rice.
Ray Rice is a good player. So
Who has opened up to say, I will help Kareem Hunt get through this.
By punching him in an elevator.
Dun, 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 dun.
Doot, doot.
Going down?
Could be. What else we have? The Toronto Blue Jays are receiving a lot of interest in Stroman and Sanchez. So that's going on. That's basically all I have for baseball because there's been a lot of talk I really haven't been paying attention to.
Well, there's been a couple trades.
I haven't looked them up. I really haven't followed. I'm not interested enough in baseball where I have to keep track in the offseason unless it's to the Blue Jays. Maybe a little bit to the Cubs.
Well, the Nationals ink up Corbin.
Yeah, I saw it was some massive, like, $150 million deal or something like that.
Yeah, 10 years, $300 million. Or apparently he reportedly rejected a 10-year, $300
$300 million?
Oh, no, wait. Sorry, this is about Harper. I don't understand why I clicked to go onto Corbin.
I don't know.
And then they talk about Harper.
In the meantime, while you're looking that up, I will look up one thing I forgot for hockey. World Juniors for Team Canada. The roster, the camp roster has been announced. And we'll see some returning faces like Michael DiPietro in goal. Who else? Nicholas Bowden, who got drafted by my Blackhawks. Evan Bouchard, who got drafted by your Oilers.
Yep.
Who else do I recognize on here? Pierre-Oliver Joseph. Ty Smith.
Well, isn't the couple guys that used
Mackenzie
to
Entwistle.
be the first 2 draft picks for Vegas on the team like that?
Cody Glass.
Yeah.
Morgan Frost. Barrett Hayton.
Is his nickname Mofro? Because that'd be awesome.
That'd be sweet. Alexis LaFerence?
Lafreniere or something.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
really
the next
good. He's really
year's
good.
top pick.
Oh, I heard it was supposed to be Jack Hughes, who's
Well, no,
American.
Jack
And
Hughes
then-
is this year.
Oh,
next
sorry, you're
year.
talking next year. Yeah, sorry, yes. Alex, yeah. He looks good. Nick Suzuki. Owen Tippett.
Suzuki was the other Vegas guy. I
Actually,
think he
it
got
looks like,
traded, though.
Yeah, it actually looks like we could have a fairly decent junior team, which would be nice because it'd be good to win another one.
Patrick Corbin inked a 6-year, $140 or million dollar.
$140 deal. That's a steal.
Yeah. So 6 years, $140 million.
That's good.
And with the trades that came up, what was it? Well, they don't really say the whole thing, but the Philadelphia Phillies acquired all-star shortstop Jean Segura from the Seattle Mariners. And then the Mets, under new management, finalized a whopper of a trade with the dismantling Mariners acquiring reliever extraordinaire Edwin Diaz and perennial all-star Robinson Cano.
Well, there you go.
So that's your baseball.
There we go.
Nothing really too. Looks like Seattle just is mailing it in already. Oh, and Philly spoke with Giants about Bumgarner, which I just love that name.
Baumgartner.
And the Nationals said they're not ruling out Harper return despite signing Corbin.
There you go.
And then apparently the Dodgers, White Sox, Phillies, and Yankees are also in play for Harper as they all met with him.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to see who the Blue Jays actually were trying to go on. It was one of the pitchers, I believe. I think it was that Kushel.
Sure.
He played on Houston.
I don't know. I don't know enough about baseball. While you look that up, yeah, we're for World Junior Hockey, going back to that, because we're flopping all over the place, because, hey, 2-year anniversary. Why keep it the fuck straight? We are defending. We are defending the gold medal again, which we hadn't won since 2015 with Connor!
Yeah, Dallas Kushel.
And back to Dallas Kushel. Now back to hockey. You know we have the most gold medals at 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, go Canada. And, let's see, U.S. only has 4. And 2 of them are since 2010. 3 of them are since 2010. How about that?
Yeah, because then the Canadian team won gold last year.
Yes, against Sweden.
Yep.
So,
Defending that gold.
hopefully we do it.
Oh.
It's on home soil this year. Victoria, Vancouver.
Well, wasn't it in Edmonton last year?
No. It was in Buffalo last year.
What was it? What was in Edmonton last year?
It was the Hlinka Gretzky.
I know that, but wasn't there something else?
We went and watched the Olympic women's team play against the U.S. team there.
Yeah, we saw a lot of hookers.
Yeah, we did.
Like, Kessel's sister was a hooker.
Yeah, she was.
Some Canadian girl was a hooker.
Yeah, she was. Wasn't it Megan Mickelson?
No.
No.
That's who we thought it was, but it wasn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, anyways, we hopefully we regain that. It's actually one of my favorite things about the holidays is watching World Juniors.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now, are they going to have Canada and U.S. on at the, what was it, the New Year's Eve game?
Typically they do, but I don't know
Didn't
about
they
this
have
year.
the outdoor game last
They
year?
had the outdoor game
Yeah.
last year, which was fucking stupid. There's no need to bring outdoor games into this kind of shit.
Hey, I'm sure it was fun for them, though.
Yeah, fine. You want that? Go play for Chicago. They don't have outdoor fucking games.
It's true.
That is true. I have one thing for combat sports. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury had a split decision this past Saturday night, with Wilder retaining his WBC heavyweight title. The only reason I mention that, I'm not a huge boxing fan. I don't mind watching it, but I don't usually talk about it on here. But the only reason I mention that is because of what Tyson Fury has gone through the last 4-ish years, where he was on top of the world, winning I believe the heavyweight title, the WBC heavyweight title, going through a huge bout of depression, wanting to commit suicide, gaining, I think he was up to 400 pounds, and then he lost 200 of it for this fight, and just battling through his mental, I guess we'll call it issues. So for that, he actually gets one of my 2 Meniac MD Award of Excellence for this week, because it takes a very strong man not only to battle through that and come back, but battle through that, come back, and have what is said to be potentially, according to some analysts, the greatest heavyweight boxing match of the last 10 years, and in which he actually got knocked down and flatlined once, but knocked down twice and got up again, kept going like it didn't faze him. That's incredible. So for the potential biggest comeback ever, both from personal and professional standpoint, Tyson Fury gets one of my 2 Meniac MD Award of Excellence. So good for him. And speaking, as 2 individuals who have gone through different personal problems in our past, where I don't think either one of us have been that extreme, where we gained several hundred pounds and went through all that. But we've both been
I got married once. I got fat after that.
There you go. See,
Not a couple 100 pounds of fat.
It still affects all of us. So, congratulations to him. And while we're on the subject, also congratulations and a Meniac MD Award of Excellence to a local female wrestler, Angelica. She makes her Mexico wrestling debut this weekend. Was it December 8th, I believe?
Yeah, you can follow her on pretty much
on
everything.
Instagram, Twitter,
I think she's
Facebook.
being known as the Canadian Angel.
The Canadian Angel. Because I think her moniker up here is the Angel on Fire. So good for her. That's awesome.
So apparently in Mexico, Canadian means fire.
Yeah. Fire, fire, fire. So good for her. That's awesome. And hopefully she goes down there and breaks down the door, has a lot of fun, kicks some ass.
Do you want to hear a story that connects both the MMA and wrestling world?
Always.
All right. Well, former WWE superstar whose real name is Jack Hager, also known in the WWE as Jack Swagger, will make his MMA debut when he fights J.W. Kaiser at Bellator 214.
I was going to say, at Bellator.
On
Nice.
January 26th in the Forum in Inglewood, California.
Inglewood. Fuck, it's in the hood, yo.
Yeah.
Inglewood.
So if you're
You know what? I'm not a huge Bellator fan. I know some guys over there, and what they're doing with the heavyweight tournament they have there is pretty cool. But that one,
Isn't
I
that
think
not over yet?
It could be. See, I think it's cool. I couldn't tell you who's in the final. I think Big Roy Nelson might be in the finals.
I thought Fedor won it.
Oh, you know what? That would not surprise me. Fedor's a fucking beast. But Jack Swagger being in actually being in a Fouriers. Jack Hader being in an MMA with his collegiate with the NCAA background of wrestling. I want to see that. I really do.
I'm actually now looking up this thing.
Because I know that who else was in it? Shel Sonnen was in it.
Matt
Mitrione, Country Boy Roy Nelson.
Wasn't guy who got beat up by Lesnar.
Which one?
Well, his first match where he won, but he got taken down 2 seconds, and then he ended up losing to him. Frank Mir.
Frank Mir was in it. You're right. Yeah. I saw Frank Mir break a guy's fucking arm at a UFC show once. That was a good time. It
was a heavyweight Grand Prix, right?
Yes.
All right.
Who's in the heavyweight Grand Prix?
Well, maybe it's the final was Fedor against Bader. Maybe
Bader. Fuck. Yeah.
Because Bader defeated Matt Mitrione in the semis, and then Fedor defeated Chael Sonnen.
I wasn't right whatsoever. As much as I enjoy watching that stuff, I really don't keep up. It's kind of like baseball. I enjoy watching it, I just don't keep up with it. I should, but I don't. I'm pretty bad for that, really.
It doesn't really say when this fight is.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was in the new year. Although, I think there is a Bellator coming up this weekend, maybe?
I'm actually searching it up on the day. January 26th of that fight.
The same fight for Hader. You know what? I might tune into that. I want to see Fedor. I've heard a lot of good stuff. I've seen clips of him just murking motherfuckers.
Let's go Fedor.
I'm going to say Fedor, yeah. I can see him winning the whole thing.
Not Ryan Darth Bader. Because that is his nickname. Darth. He comes out to the Imperial March.
That's fantastic. Wait, are we talking about Fedor or Bader?
Bader.
Darth Bader? That's pretty sweet. I like that too. Good for him. I don't know much about Ryan Bader.
Yeah, well, he used to fight in the UFC for a while.
Oh, probably.
I think he won one of the Ultimate Fighters.
Seems like a lot of people got their start there.
Yep.
Shall we move on to the wrestling?
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander and Lindsay Durago had their rental car broken into in Minneapolis. Moral of the story, don't go to Minneapolis.
Man, no, these black guys in rental cars lately. She had Shelton Benjamin with a gun. Woo.
That was a while ago,
yeah? Yeah. By the way, did you watch Raw?
Very little.
Did you see the SWAT team that Ambrose had?
No. I saw a picture. But
I think a few of those guys are some 205 guys. Because one of them definitely looked like Cedric Alexander.
Could have been.
Another one definitely looked like a Mr. Hart of 205 in Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Mm-hmm. I know the one part I did watch was Alexa Bliss doing the interview with the Hug and Boss Connection.
Yeah.
And the people that were asking questions, clearly NXT. I know I've seen, out of the 3 or 4 questions that were asked, I know I've seen 2 of them in the background and stuff. So, they brought them in for that. Which, that's fine. That's, a good way to break it in. Speaking of Alexa Bliss, she just got cleared.
I know.
That's good news. And she was training for her return to the PC with Mike Quackenbush. Now, my question is, of all people...
Quackerbush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, my question is, of all the people on the planet, why Quackenbush? Not that I'm against it, because he has his own... He's got the Wrestle Factory with Chikara. He trained guys like, Claudio Castagnoli.
Maybe that's why.
So,
who's dating Mr. Cesaro? Mr. or Mrs. Sarah Amato, the lead female trainer in the PC.
Wait. Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, is dating the head female trainer?
Sarah Amato.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know. She did a lot of stuff with Chikara, too, though, so that sounds really surprising.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, sorry. It was Ring of Honor she did a lot of stuff with.
No, she did a lot of...
She did a lot of people. Stuff. With people. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm a little shocked because they have so many trainers down there. Hmm? Maybe they wanted like a one-on-one thing. Maybe Mike Quackenbush is doing stuff for them. I don't know. But I think that's pretty cool.
Could be a new time where one Christopher Daniels could be a coach down there.
There's been a lot of rumblings about that. I mean, granted, we're talking about Being the Elite, which is a comedy sketch show of sorts on YouTube. But there has been a lot of talk about him, Kazarian being potential coaches, about basically the entirety of the Elites getting called to do something on January 1st.
Did you hear who SmackDown has representing themselves in the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge on their side?
I did not.
Miz and Asuka are facing Carmella and R-Truth in the SmackDown final set. So they will take on the winners of either Alicia and Jinder or I think it was Bayley and Finn Balor.
Yeah, wait, so Miz and Asuka are representing SmackDown.
Yeah.
Don't both of them have matches that night?
Mm-hmm. Well, Asuka does. Miz, not yet.
Interesting. I wonder if that changes things.
Why would it? I'm sure you can easily have that as your number one.
Or your your dark match, or sorry, your
Yeah.
pre-show match.
Could be your kickoff match.
Interesting. Then if that's the case, I could definitely see Bayley and Finn.
Because right now, as it stands, I think Finn Balor is scheduled to go on a match. I believe it's against Drew McIntyre at TLC.
I saw something about it's supposed to be like a 6-man tag of some sort. It's like Corbin, McIntyre, and
Lashley,
and I think it's going to be Balor, Elias, and I think now Dolph Ziggler because they had a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That was a 6-man tag just they have there. But going back to Bayley, her and Sasha did that talking thing in the ring there this past yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hinting that they want to have a women's tag team division. Not only that, they want to be the first women's tag team champions. This is the first time it's actually been acknowledged on TV.
Yeah.
Does that mean that we're closer than ever to having it? Maybe a crowned at, say, WrestleMania?
Maybe.
And if they do that, do you think it immediately starts with 2 tag team championship divisions or one division where the champs go between both?
I think it's only the one.
Because that's what they did when they did the brand split, but the champions could go between both. I could see them doing that.
I still think it'd be a great idea to move forward and just start thinking about putting the women on their own show, doing an all-female brand.
Now, here's my other thing, and this is kind of off topic. 205 Live has their own show.
Yep.
Lucha House Party's on that.
Yep.
Why do they keep jobbing the Revival on Raw to Lucha House Party? I mean, I get it. It's causing laughs. Oh, the Revival's getting one-upped by Lucha House Party. But you're fucking squashing possibly one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag team you fucking have.
No, why don't we see if it actually leads to something first? I mean, we might not see it now, but, I mean...
And again...
Realistically, I do believe that 3 guys should always be 2.
No, I fully agree. I fully agree with you, especially this past Monday when it was a 3-on-1 because Lucha House Party rules, etc., etc.
But maybe...
but I just...
Maybe this allows the Revival to bring up somebody for them, and it could start like a 3-man faction.
That'd be alright. I personally think, and maybe I think I am biased because Revival is my favorite tag team in WWE right now. They deserve to be tag team champions. They deserve to at least be in the tag team title picture. Not necessarily winning, but at least be there contending.
Well, I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Revival come WrestleMania are your tag team champions.
They have faced off against the AOP before. You know, if we got AOP, Revival versus debuting DIY, a triple threat tag, that would be fantastic.
I won't even say necessarily that, because if you look at so many of the tags on SmackDown right now, just imagine if they move, say, the Usos to Raw, some of the classics you can see between the Revival and the Usos.
That would be good. Yeah. And again, I'm usually the one going, you know what? Let's wait and see where it goes. But there are a few points, like Revival, where I'm just like, fucking, you got to do it soon. Not because I'm going to stop watching or anything, but just they deserve it. The amount of work and stuff they put in.
Part of me
I think
also
they deserve
would
it.
love to see Ambrose start his own stable. I think it could start with the Revival.
That'd be good.
Because if after that,
Call it the Hammer and Sickle.
well, I just looked after that segment with the SWAT team. Part of me also, because that SWAT team also got
The SWAT Squad.
physical with Rollins.
The SWAT Squad.
So what happens if this is Ambrose starting his new group, like a new faction, kind of like maybe a Nexus thing?
That'd be sweet. And it turns out it is a bunch of guys from 205 Live he's bringing up to do his dirty work.
Yeah,
That'd be sweet.
wouldn't be too bad.
No, it'd be a little bit of alright.
Wouldn't be 205 bad.
It'd be 205 Life.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, apparently 205 Life is actually going to be a show on the network. It's about like behind the scenes stuff with the 205 Live guys, which I'm for. I like
Whatever
that.
happened to the Breaking Ground show? I thought that was fantastic.
It was a one and done, but no, I agree. Doing more like the behind the scenes at NXT is fantastic. I love that stuff. Love that kind of documentary stuff. Anyways, back to this.
Especially more Undisputed Era. I'm always up for that.
Yes, baby. Rhino apparently could be retiring.
Yeah.
It's nothing that I've seen been made official yet.
Well, and Heath Slater's now a referee.
Is he?
Yeah. I feel like they're just looking at old school Chris Parrish tapes and be like, you know what? How do we get a guy on TV more? We'll make him a referee.
Because this past Monday night I read because I ended up sleeping through it, that Baron Corbin said Rhino versus Slater and the loser gets fired, and then Rhino apparently ended up losing.
Yeah.
But I guess during a commercial break, allegedly he ended up saying he's retiring. But I haven't actually seen anything to
I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes
collaborate?
like an agent or anything like that.
Yeah,
Or...
I can see it. I can see it. Also, Neville, he's back in the picture.
He won champion now.
A Dragon Gate championship over in Japan. Good for him. Calling himself that bastard Pac. I think that's great. And he's also, I don't know, doing all the steroids? Like, he's more jacked than
Swagger?
any man? It's terrifying. His abs have abs? Also, read this morning that...
His keg even has a six-pack.
Right? His six-pack has a keg, which has a six-pack.
Yeah.
Reigns is actually apparently a tribute to the Troops taping. So that's pretty cool. That'd be kind of nice to see. That usually comes out, like, what, December 20th-ish?
Well, I mean, they have a Raw and SmackDown on, I believe. It's Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
Aren't they supposed to, like, aren't they actually working it this year, though?
Well, they're doing tape shows, I believe, for that, I think.
Oh, was it last year they worked?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyways.
It really does not affect my life at all.
Not really. Because I PVR everything. Whatever. Let's talk about Jericho.
Okay, can we talk about the time that he went to Regina and punched out a drunk fan?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right.
That was Fozzy was here last night, the 3rd. They're in Calgary tonight on the 4th.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 or 4 nights ago. They were in Regina.
Probably Sunday, I would assume.
Yeah. So they were in Regina. I guess I read
The city that rhymes with fun.
I read 2 different reports. One saying that this fan apparently actually worked the show. I don't know doing what. One of them didn't say that. One of them said nothing about that. But something about one of them said he was on meth. One of them didn't say that at all. Just said he was drunk. But anyways, this fan wanted an autograph, so he tried to get on the tour bus. And Jericho's personal security, Jack Slade, was preventing him from getting on. So he punched him, threw him to the ground. Jack Slade broke his collarbone. And then he got on the bus, and I guess Jericho ended up spearing him, and then getting into a full mount on top of him, and just pummeling the shit out of him. And then the guy ended up getting away, and was later arrested, and apparently will be charged with aggravated assault or something.
But here's the real question. Did he make the list?
He probably made several lists with that.
Okay.
Criminal and otherwise. And what else do I have? Cena! He's receiving the Sports Illustrated Muhammad Ali Legacy Award this year. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good, so good for him.
No, but did you hear his response on Ellen about his Instagram posts?
Which one?
Just why he does what he does on Instagram?
No.
Oh, basically
Because
saying...
he posts a lot of really random stuff.
Apparently he said WWE said he has to have one. He says, I don't really want one. And WWE says, well, you have to have one because I guess they just want to secure the name right to it.
Gotcha.
So he now just posts ridiculous stuff, and I guess...
It's a lot of Stone Cold, and then just changes like to Steve Buscemi, Stephanie McMahon.
He's like, once a week he does like a Stone Cold Steve Austin themed post. And the one during the Thanksgiving was Stone Cold Stovetop.
Yeah.
And his very first Instagram post was just one of his friend's facial hair.
Yep. I like that he's doing that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. I'll give him that.
Did you see the clip with Roddy Strong and his son?
His naked son, yeah, that was weird. But I mean, funny.
Pretty adorable.
Besides the fact he's naked, yes.
Well, you don't see it. You see this.
Yes, but still, it's weird. If you're going to do an Instagram thing like that, just, I don't know, put some pants on him.
I mean, it's not like he's showing his dog's dick.
Yeah, but that's funny. And that won't land me in jail for looking at.
Well, didn't he put like a spindle on his...
A dreidel.
A
dreidel,
yeah.
yes. Which, that's tasteful. Good for him. But yes, I do like that. It's funny. So, yeah. That's all I got. You got anything there, bud?
I don't have too much. What else do I possibly have here? I guess Sami Callihan replaces PCO in a false count anywhere bout at MLW.
PCO.
Pierre Carl Ouellet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really did not know that one right away.
Yeah, that would have taken me a while to get.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to get that.
What about the talks that NXT TakeOver for WrestleMania is going to be happening on the Friday now, not the Saturday?
Okay.
Because I guess they want the Hall of Fame on the Saturday. So now NXT in the New York area for WrestleMania will not compete against any of the Ring of Honor or any other shows.
I was going to say, because last year they did it in reverse, which I agreed with. And I would normally disagree, but with that big super card that they're going to have at Madison Square Garden, that's actually smart. I like that. That is smart.
So imagine that weekend in New York where you got TakeOver, Ring of Honor, and MSG, and Mania.
That would be a good weekend.
Yeah.
That would be a really good weekend.
Now, question. Which shows are the Young Bucks going to be on?
All of them.
It'd be pretty insane if they...
You know what would be really funny? Is if just for shits and giggles, they just show up to a takeover. Sit in the crowd. Don't say anything. Don't acknowledge anything. Just sit there. Create some buzz.
No. Maybe they do it for the takeover for the Rumble.
It is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible.
Do you actually think any of them will actually go to WWE?
I think Marty and Hangman will. For sure. I think they both will. They're both young. I just have a feeling they're going to go there. Cody, that all depends on if he's willing to, go back, really. Like, he's been there. He doesn't have to go.
Well, does he, like I said, does he want to go back?
That's his call, right? I would think if things are as well as he claims, then there's no need.
No.
The Young Bucks, again, they make so much money, they would be giving up a lot of their creative freedom. So it depends on if they want to have that, that one run.
Do they have to give up their creative freedom, though? Could they not have a bunch of side projects?
They could. It is possible. It all depends on if really for Kenny, Cody, and the Bucks, it comes down to, do they really want to potentially give up some of their freedom if they can't work it into a contract or something, and start playing by someone else's rules? That's the big thing. See, I think Hangman and the Villain, I think they will.
I think Villain and Omega will be the two. And I say this completely based on the fact that I have a feeling that the whole being the lead thing and then Marty throwing his New Year's Day party isn't what you think. I think it's one of those things of whoever's going and can make it there are the ones that are going to go to WWE. I think it's like that.
Oh, so then it's Kenny and Marty then.
Yeah.
And Flip?
Flip got uninvited.
He got uninvited, so.
Yeah. Party's full.
But if that's the case, I can see Kenny going to the main roster, Marty going to NXT.
Yeah. Or NXT UK.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Which is also going to have its first takeover.
Yep, on the 12th. We talked about it last week, yeah. Which would be really interesting because he now lives in the States.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
But, he's probably the number one guy on the NXT UK brand if they choose to do that.
He'd catapult right up there, yeah.
Yeah. But he also has a popularity where he would make normal NXT.
I think he has enough popularity. He could make a debut on the main roster and be okay. I really do.
Especially like a 205 Live.
Yeah.
Like, he can
do that. I definitely think so. But I think, honestly, the perfect thing is to have, and this is just, follow me here, to keep with what happened before, Undisputed Era, eventually there's a rift. They kick out Adam Cole, baby. Bring in Marty Scurll. Exactly what happened in the Bullet Club. I think that would be hilarious. Just for that momentary reaction to see Adam Cole going, "Oh, come on, twice!"
By completely different people, though?
Yeah.
Or he gets kicked out and he brings an old friend, and it is Marty.
That would be good. An old foe turned friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, it'll be very interesting to see. I don't know. This is why I love wrestling, is all the buzz from the December to the April.
Agreed.
That's what makes being a wrestling fan fun.
We are approaching my favorite time of year, which is basically Christmas into Mania season.
Yeah.
It's Christmas, then it's, what is it called? Fucking World Juniors, then it's Mania season. And that's a good 4 months of fun right there. That's what that is.
You know what's happened right after Mania? Boom. It's like the last little bit of the regular season for the NHL, and then it's playoffs.
So really, from December until June. Mm-hmm. Then there's a dry spell. But it's okay, because summertime, it's patio beers.
And then you get the draft.
Yeah.
And free agency.
Free agent frenzy.
All exciting.
There's something to be thankful for every single month.
Yeah. And WWE is coming to Edmonton in March, so yay.
Is that official? Because I looked it up and couldn't find shit.
Well, they haven't released anything yet. So
how do you know?
Because they've released dates. They just haven't released what time the tickets are going to go on sale.
Oh, see, because I looked up. I didn't even see a date for Edmonton.
March 15th.
March 15th. Okay.
It's a Friday.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Anybody wondering? Yes, that is 4 days after my birthday, so just saying.
5 days after Mrs. Been Nice.
Just saying it. It's perfect birthday present ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything you want to add?
To your birthday?
No, to the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been asked a lot the last little while. You have a surprise. You're releasing something on this podcast. What is it? What could it be? I'm here to tell you, officially. Everyone ready with the pen and paper? I am officially declaring my free agency within pro wrestling in the Edmonton area. I am willing to talk to any and all people / companies. I am looking for the best offer for Meniac and what that company can provide for me. So, I guess you could say I'm in a state of LeBron James. And then once I, listen to any and all comers, I'm going to take the rest of the year off. And I might take January off. I haven't decided yet. Depends on who comes to me with offers. And if I get a good offer, I might just, take my talents to South Beach, wherever South Beach may be.
Why don't you just at least work one night in January?
Which one?
5th.
I got a work shoot job that night. That's why I said I might take January off, because I actually can't work that.
Okay, fine. Then work like the 6th.
Isn't that a Sunday?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, yeah, basically what I'm saying is I'm willing to listen to anybody right now. So, holler at me with your offers. I'll go wherever. I also, just throwing this out there, I have some pull for a pretty good tag team known as Tag Struggle. I might be able to get the tag partner for that to come with me, maybe. I can't promise that because I can't speak for him. But we'll see what I can do.
We will see.
We will see. Anyways, yeah.
Huh.
Holler at me, and then when I decide, I'll let you know where South Beach is. 'Cause that's where I'm taking my talents.
Huh.
South Beach to be determined later.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
For that.
I did have a little game if you wanted to play that before we go.
Okay.
It's more of a quiz, I guess you could say.
Well, okay, before you say that, can we all just have fun with this one little fact that at the last MPW show, after I beat up Nate Nixon, twisted his nipples, got in the face of one Sean Martins.
Just one John Martins, not two?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
I also make one Mike Malwini cry.
What a bitch! But on a serious note, thank you, Mike, the ref, Mike Malwini, for everything you did, on screen, off screen, in front of crowds, behind the scenes, for MPW, and basically all of Alberta wrestling with what you do with Backbreaker Media.
Yeah,
so thank you for that.
If you want to know why he walks the way he walks,
Because he takes it up the ass.
check out what he does behind the scenes.
Takes it up all of his assets.
Woo!
So, yeah. Game time!
Yay!
Can you name the 9 team names that don't end with an S in the Big 4 North American professional sports? So, out of football, hockey, basketball, and baseball, there are 9 teams whose, I guess, like say the Oilers, like their team name does not end with an S. What are the 9? Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of them.
That don't end up with an...
Yes.
Can you say how many are in what sports?
You know what? For you, I'll do that.
All
There
right.
are 3 in hockey, 4 in basketball, and 2 in baseball. There's actually none in football. How about that?
Okay, say that again.
There are 3 in hockey,
Yeah.
4 in baseball, 4 in basketball, 2 in baseball.
4 in basketball. Well, one's a Heat.
Very good.
Yeah. That one I know for a fact.
There's none in football, though. That's surprising.
Yeah. They're all like birds in football.
Broncos, Seahawks, Duh Bears.
Yeah. I'm trying to actually remember all the teams in basketball because I really don't pay attention to basketball.
So you have the Heat.
Yeah. How many did you say are in basketball?
4.
Okay. Okay. So, no, not them. I'm trying to remember all
There
the
are
teams.
2 East Coast and 2 West Coast. You got the Heat as 1 East Coast.
Yeah. No.
The other East Coast team's pretty close.
Like in the same state?
Yes.
Oh, the Thunder.
Well, you're right, but no, that's Oklahoma City. That's
Yeah.
way across the country.
But but I got that one.
Yes, you got that. I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
I don't know why, but I just remembered that one. I'm also trying to think of all the teams in Florida, by the way. So we got there's not a team in Tampa Bay. There's a team in Miami. We got the Heat.
Where's the PC?
I can say so many different things to that question.
Yeah, you can.
PC.
Yeah, WWE PC is in
Oh yeah, the Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic.
I totally forget about that team. 'Cause
I forgot the Thunder and the other team.
don't know why, but Bobcats came in my head. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like, I remember them.
That's an S.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Minnesota Wild, by the way.
There you go.
That's one. I don't know why, but every time I'm like, I can't think of anything in basketball. I just think of
Really?
hockey. That just, throws my attention elsewhere.
Really pathetic. I forgot them. I don't know how, but I forgot them. Yeah. I forgot them, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the one other basketball team that you haven't got, which is kind of north-ish west?
North-ish west?
It's a weird state.
Oh, Utah Jazz?
There you go. Definitely forgot the Utah Jazz. I love it. Weird state. Utah! Very good. Where they marry their cousins.
Well, maybe sometimes they're cousins. Okay, so how many did you say in our hockey again? 3?
3. So you have all of basketball.
So I got the Wild.
You get the Wild.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Both have won cups.
Not the Ducks, not the Sabres, not the Bruins, not the Hurricanes, not the Flames, not the Blackhawks, not the Blue Jackets.
Getting warmer.
We got the Stars.
Oh,
we got the
you're
Oilers.
You're getting colder.
We got the Red Wings. We got Panthers. We got F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Kings. No, we got Montreal Canadiens.
They've won 2 cups. One of them. One of them's won 1.
New York Rangers, New York Islanders, New Jersey Devils, Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Ottawa Senators, St. Louis Blues, San Jose Sharks, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Lightning, there you go. There's one more.
And
I'll give you a hint. You skipped it. You skipped it a while ago.
Was it in the A's?
Not quite.
Oh, it was in the C's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said Columbus, I said Carolina, I said Chicago,
Uh-huh.
Calgary.
You're really fucking close.
You know those old like NHL like magazines?
Yes.
Where it has like all the team names?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's exactly why. I don't know why, but that is exactly what I'm thinking of right now.
It's not named after a city.
So it's a state.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking states are with C?
You're gonna kick yourself in the ass.
I know. Are they west?
They are west.
Are they Pacific?
No, they're central.
Okay.
A Central C team who has 2 cups.
This century? Or like in the
Late 90s, early 2000s for both.
late 90s?
Yeah.
Early 2000 for both.
Had a heated rivalry with another Western
Colorado
company.
Avalanche.
There you go.
And they actually aren't they're not doing too bad too.
No, not too bad.
Okay.
You have 2 teams left, both of them baseball.
Okay, baseball, eh? No, that's it. Rockies, Blue Jays, Nationals, Mariners, no.
The names are very similar.
Probably. Red Sox, White Sox.
There you go.
Yep.
There it is. You did better than me.
Technically, I got them all.
Technically, you got them all, yeah. I missed the Jazz, the Thunder, and the Minnesota Wild. I don't know why I forgot the Wild, but I did.
That was the first one I got for hockey.
Yes.
Don't know why.
Anyways,
Yeah.
check out the description below.
Call me Yakupov because I nailed it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Check out our description below for Backbreaker Media stuff, our whatamaneuver.net page, powerslam.tv, and backbreakermedia.pivotshare.com, all that stuff. Check below, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then follow us on everything because why the fuck not?
I'm on all the grams and social medias as WrestleManiac.
I'm in all the grams. I eat all the golden grams.
And I take all the golden showers.
And I love all the graham crackers.
Indeed.
Yeah, they're great.
So that'll do it?
Yeah, that'll do it for episode 104.
2-year anniversary. Happy 2 years to us.
Yeah. And that actually was very fitting, because we had 2 alcoholic drinks before this.
Yes, we did.
So, yeah.
Each.
Each, yeah. Well, of course each.
Yeah.
What are we, fags?
No comment.
Like, come on.
No comment.
And, yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 105.
Of the Sounds of Struggle.
Yeah, where we are real.
And struggle-licious, a little bit of alright, fantastic.
And?
Spectacular.
Are you sure?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. So, Ixnay a day. Later, pictures, eh?
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it roll. Are you ready now? Are you ready to move with me? Just move with me. Move with me. Come on, get up and move with me. Just move with me. Move with me. Up on the floor. Move with me. Just move with me. Move with me. Come on, get up and move.